Hey guys, so I thought I would do an intro to this vlog because it starts off kind of abruptly, but basically I am just getting a car battery because if you've been following me for a little bit, since April, my battery has been dead and I have not been driving my car for months. I mean, stuff has really been closed and everything in my area is walkable, so it hasn't been a big deal, but it's way too hot to be walking to the gym now, so I thought, let me get my car battery, and when I get back from vacation, I will actually get my bumper fixed. I had a guy come out and he gave me an estimate. It's only like $900 or something, and that's the only thing wrong with my car. I have a Honda, so it's gonna last me another probably 100,000 miles. So I was like, let me just put money into my car, stop being cheap, and then I can actually have a car to drive, because sadly in Atlanta, you do really need a car, which is unfortunate. But I wanted to also tell you guys about today's sponsor. So it is from the app called the Keto Diet app. So when they reached out to me, I thought this would be really cool to share with you all, because I don't think I've ever actually talked about the keto diet on my channel. So as a personal trainer, I have done research on so many different diets, because I do actually have a client who came to me about a month ago who was following keto on her own and really enjoyed it. So we don't have her running keto now, but I do have her on a very, very high fat diet, because she said that was really helping her lose weight. She was able to lose like 20 pounds or something like that in such a short period of time. So obviously, as we all know, diets aren't necessarily sustainable. That's why it is a diet, but it can teach you a lot about your body, some foods that you like, and you can just try out something new. You can actually get it for 50% off, so it'll only be $25 for the whole entire year, or you can download the app without the membership. There are some limitations, but you're still able to use it. I'm just gonna take you guys through some of the basics. So when you go in, you essentially sign up, you just put in your name, your age, weight, height, all of the things that they're going to use to calculate your macros, and you're actually able to change your macros in the app. You can get rid of them, or you can go in and manually change the calories and all of the macros. So the breakdown is obviously going to give you a very high fat intake, lower carb, and then like moderate to high protein, but it does have you set up to lose weight in the app. So if you want to gain weight, you'll just give yourself more calories. If you want to maintain, then you'll put yourself at maintenance. When you go in and you're adding stuff, you can actually talk to the app and it'll put in your stuff, kind of like Siri. So I thought that was cool, because no digs on MyFitnessPal, but they do not have a voice recognition feature yet, and you have to scan in every single item. They have meal plans, they've got the grocery list, they have recipes, they actually have a chat in here where you can talk to some of the keto coaches in the app. And then they also have your profile, we can go ahead and change stuff, and they have a breakdown for all of your meals in the app as well. So I thought that was really cool, because everything's in one place. It's super cheap. You know, you just pay $25 for the whole entire year, which, let's be honest, that's really, really cheap for an app, because a lot of apps are monthly. That's all that I got for you guys there. Thank you to the Keto Diet app for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into it.
You said Honda Civic.
Yes.
Would you like to receive status updates regarding your service request via text message?
Yes.
Your estimated wait time is approximately 5 minutes. Please hold for the next available agent.
Currently waiting on another AAA person to come, because the like tester or something wasn't working, and so now they need someone else. This is usually how it goes with AAA, let's be honest. I don't think I've ever had anything done quickly, but the guy is really nice, and he has a battery, he has everything he needs. They just gave him like a piece of equipment that's not charged. So that took approximately 45 years, but we got it done. I'm literally just like, my face is complete sweat. So it is now 7 o'clock. I have just been chilling. I made some dinner and I had a little dance party in my kitchen, which was fun, listening to the Pop Smoke album. So upset that he's no longer here. Just discovered him, but I think they just arrested a bunch of people that may have been the ones who shot him. So I am about to do something very different. So I don't really talk about spirituality or anything like that on here. If you follow me on my Instagram, you know I'm like majorly into astrology and all of that stuff. I'm not religious. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in any of it. If that makes you upset, I apologize. I'm not saying it to be rude or just dismiss your beliefs. I think faith is wonderful. It's just not something that I believe in. I was raised as a Christian, but I never necessarily believed any of it. Like, I was just too young to, I guess, even know. I was just always like, oh, these are cool stories, but it was just like something, it just never clicked. I don't necessarily believe there's a specific higher power, because I do believe there is something that controls everything. I just don't necessarily think that it is a god or a being. But I'm going to be doing one of her rituals. It's like a love ritual, and I've seen her promoting it a couple times, and it's only $40, but it's like this long meditation. And then she does like a little ritual and a Q&A. It's not, when I say ritual, it's not like, she's not like a witch, you know? it's not like Wicca or anything like that. I'm about to start here. She said you could also use like green or pink lights, not lights, candles, but I don't have candles. But I do have the hue lights. If you've been here for a hot minute, remember Tony got me those lights for Christmas? What a mess. So we're gonna go ahead and go for a green hue.
I know we're all here for, you know, such a powerful
yes. Good morning, well, afternoon. It's 1 p.m. the next day. I'm waiting for my Amazon Fresh order to come in because I needed to get some stuff just to have for this week, basically. I am about to film some exercises for my challenge, which I'm super pumped about. So that's out now. There'll be a link in the description box if you guys want to sign up, but I need to film those because it'll just be easier. Like, I have a lot of the exercises already, but I want everything to be together, so I thought I would just refilm some of them. I'm gonna film and then pool. It's really hot outside. You said that you just changed your password.
Yeah, but I can change it.
I got some blue light blockers.
I can put the new one. I'm gonna put the new password in. Let me try and see if this works.
I'm on FaceTime with my grandmother. Grandma, say hi to my vlog.
Hi.
Hee hee. I'm vlogging today, and I was telling them that I'm helping you set up your phone. Well, purchase your phone.
I'm trying. Let's see if I can sign in.
She shared I have her sharing her screen with me, so I can actually see what she's doing.
I changed my password.
So I am done with my clients for the day. Skype was literally giving me a hard time the whole entire time. That was so very irritating. But I want to show you guys my glasses. So these are the new glasses that I have. As you can see, they're pretty similar to my last frame, except they are more square, kind of a rectangle rectangle, and they're a little bit smaller because these frames, they weren't necessarily too big for my face. They just sat so much lower on my nose. That's why you guys would always see me pushing my glasses up. I don't know, I really like them. It definitely takes some time to get used to new glasses and how they look on you, but I always go for a tortoise frame. So this frame is a little bit lighter than this one. As you can see, it's more squared out at the top to the bottom, and I think they're just a little bit more flattering. So I'll have these linked down below. You guys can finally actually get my frame if you do like these. And there are literally hundreds of frames on this website. So these were sent to me by Yes Glasses. I'll have all of the pairs linked down below, and you guys can also save 30% off if you do buy anything. So I'll put that code or link on the screen and also in the description box. But they were also nice enough to send me out 2 other pairs. So I got the blue light ones, which I was showing you guys yesterday when I was on the phone with my grandma. They're just clear. So some people look really, really good in clear glasses. I wasn't entirely sure, but on the website, they actually allow you to upload a picture of yourself and then try them on. And they do it based on your pupillary distance. So basically where your pupils would hit lined up perfectly in the middle of your glasses, so that when you try them on the website, it's actually accurate to where they would be. And then I got sunglasses. You can get them mirrored, you can get them polarized, you can do regular, you can just do colors, you can do the ombre. There's so many choices. I love mirrored glasses because I can people watch and nobody can see me. So I actually went for a blue tortoise frame. I wanted to get something different because I have a pair of glasses and they're just black. So I thought we would do blue. It's got this nice bar over, which I actually think fits my face very nicely. So love that for me. And then when it comes to choosing everything, they make it really easy. You usually just go on, you can upload a picture of yourself, and then you can go through every single pair of glasses on the website. You can change the regular glasses to sunglasses, you can change stuff to blue light glasses. There's so many options, and especially with, you know, the virus and all, you might not want to be in a sunglasses store or glasses store right now where everyone's trying on the same pair of glasses. So I would definitely check it out. Insurance is not necessary if that's usually what holds you back. The frames are pretty affordable and I think they're cute. So definitely check them out. So we're just gonna keep it basic. I'm testing out recipes right now, like last minute recipes for the challenge, because you get meal plans. So the one that we're gonna do today is going to be kind of like an egg sandwich. So I'm gonna use some of my gluten-free Canyon Bakehouse 7-grain bread. We're gonna do 2 eggs, kind of in an omelet style. And we're gonna use some Daya mozzarella shreds, as well as an entire avocado. And we're gonna make a yummy little breakfast sandwich. So feel free to add meat if you do eat meat, but I only eat seafood, so this is just how I live my life. So we went with half an avocado, just made a little bit more sense. So I wanted to show you guys some knee-friendly workouts that are going to be in the challenge. So the first one is actually a box squat to press. So there are no full squats performed at any time in this challenge. And I did that because I know a lot of people have issues with their knees and they just don't have enough muscle mass to really be supporting their joints. And I have a lot of beginners. So we're just going to be doing box squats, and these are really, really hard. So the next one is a sumo deadlift. This is a variation of a Romanian deadlift, and I use this for clients who have a harder time with that hip hinge pattern. So this is a really, really good exercise to try out if you have a hard time activating your glutes and your hamstrings, and you have issues with lower back involvement. Same with this beast stance Romanian deadlift. This is another variation that helps take your lower back out of the movement and teaches you how to push back with your hips so you can activate your glutes and your hamstrings. And then of course, I love doing some just body weight pulsing movements to finish off any workout because these are killer. So this will be the triple pulse kickback that you guys will see in the challenge. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog with what is probably part of the title. and I wanted to show you guys this gift that I got for myself. So if you don't like luxury items, if it makes you insecure or whatever it may be, just don't watch this because it's my money. Everyone can do whatever they want with their money. I'm someone who actually loves luxury stuff, and I don't think I've shown you guys a lot of it, so this might come as like a shock, but I own a lot of luxury bags, and that's what I choose to spend my money on. I don't buy lots of clothes because I get literally 90% of my clothes sent to me for free, so that's not really an expense that I have. I don't have any debt. I'm not currently trying to make a big purchase. I've kind of put like the housing stuff on hold because I'm not entirely sure what I want to do in the next couple years, so it just makes sense to at least rent next year. And so I have a little money to spend. So the reason why I actually got this is as kind of a reminder, and it's like a congratulations gift, kind of like how people got graduation gifts. Mine was actually my certification for personal training. But I got this because I am officially, as of today, 95 days sober. So if you're new here, you are probably like, sober from what? I stopped drinking alcohol, and this year alone I've tried to stop 3 times, so I've finally actually stuck to it, and I found so many different coping mechanisms, and I've just found different ways of managing stress and anxiety, because before I was essentially just covering up with alcohol anytime I would get anxious, and I was anxious a lot, so I was always drinking. I was never sober. It's been a problem since I started drinking in college, if we're being completely honest. It was just more normal because everyone was doing it. And so, you know, when you get older, you think that you're gonna shift out of like that kind of party phase, but in Baltimore, the only thing to do is drink because there's nothing going on. It's one of the most boring cities in the whole entire world, I swear. There's nothing to do. Like, all of the activities in Baltimore are surrounded by alcohol, which makes it fun, but if you aren't into drinking or you want to stop drinking, it feels almost impossible to do so because then you can't really do anything with your friends. And the group of friends I had in Baltimore drank all the time, so I was never really able to get out of that situation. And then when I moved here, I kind of stopped, but I was drinking more casually. I had that scam job and I was drinking wine every night because I was so stressed out, and I was like, why am I doing this? I wasn't even there that long, and then I kind of never switched out of that, and I just kept drinking casually. And then I realized all of the money I was spending on alcohol, all of the time that I lost because of alcohol, and then anytime something would happen, I'd immediately go to alcohol. That was just like my response. And so it really just became a massive issue. I wasn't posting on YouTube. I wasn't doing much. I was barely making any money because I wasn't looking for new clients. I wasn't promoting stuff. And ever since I stopped, I've made way more money. I thought this time in quarantine was gonna be a nightmare, especially when I decided I was gonna stop drinking, but it's been so great. I've become so in tune with myself. I'm so much happier. I like know how to be alone again, because that was something that I really loved before, and then I kind of got out of that when I met someone. But I've been able to kind of like regain that while still, you know, having people in my life and having that balance. So long story short, I'm just really glad that I'm sober, and it has completely changed everything. It's kind of crazy. And not to say that I couldn't have changed all those things without stopping the alcohol consumption, but the amount of time that I've received back into my life because I stopped drinking, and the clarity and like having actual memories of stuff, it's wild. So I got myself the Chanel double flap. This is in lambskin, so there's lambskin and there's caviar. If you're vegan, I'm sorry, I'm not vegan. It's got the burgundy on the inside, and then it's just got the pockets, and then there's also a pocket on the back, and then the chain, you can wear it as a shoulder bag, or you can just have it as a long strap. So I've been eyeing this bag forever. I wish I bought it earlier, because the price increases that Chanel has gone through this year, I'm a little mad at myself. Like literally, I think it jumped $1,500. So it was very, very, very expensive. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it wasn't expensive, but when it comes to stuff that I buy, over the years, I've just become more of a quality over quantity person. So I used to do a lot of thrift shopping, which I still love, but I would just have like a lot of pieces of clothing that I thought I would wear, but like if I didn't, it didn't matter because it wasn't that expensive. Not a great mindset to have around money. You shouldn't just be spending money just because it's cheap, because that actually adds up and you usually end up spending more than if you just bought a expensive piece of clothing that would last you so much longer. So I've kind of changed that, and I budget everything out now, and so I usually just make larger purchases. And with stuff like bags, I'm a huge bag person. If you've been following me since my beauty days, you may know this. I had hundreds of just like bags from thrift stores, from Target. I was never really a huge label person, and it was more so just because I didn't have any money. Like I was broke, so even if I wanted to be a label person, it was not possible, and it didn't make sense at that time for me to save up that type of money and put it towards just like a bag. But now that I make more money, I'm able to save money, spend money, and then invest money in stuff that's more expensive. So like the resale value of Chanel's are basically the price that you bought them for, if not more, if you get like a unicorn bag. And this could technically be thought of as a unicorn bag because it's really, really hard to find the silver hardware on the black classic flat for whatever reason. They switched a lot of stuff to the champagne, which is like in between gold and silver, or they just have the gold hardware, which is really easy to find. I am okay with spending a lot of money on stuff that I can sell back for a lot of money, which is why I decided to just start investing in designer bags. And then when it comes to clothes, I'm not into like having the logos on the clothes and everything. Like in middle school when we would wear like the Hollister or like the Abercrombie with like the giant moose on your shirt, it's not a thing. I think it's very tacky. So I'm not into designer clothing. I'm not into buying t-shirts that are like $100. I will not spend more than about $15 on a t-shirt, because I'm the type of person where with clothes, I like to do the trendy stuff, so it doesn't really matter how long I'm gonna have this item. So I like buying cheap clothes. That's my thing. Fashion isn't the greatest, so I do get a lot of stuff through Poshmark or thrift stores, so it's kind of just like cycled through instead of putting money into an industry that's not really, you know, the greatest. To each their own, obviously, but that's kind of how I think about spending when it comes to stuff that you don't really need. I think that if you don't have any debt and you're good with your money, you know what you want, you have kind of a game plan and you have a budget, you can budget your life so that you can save a little bit of money every single month to go towards something that you really want. And that's exactly what I did with this. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you guys like it. If you are into designer bags, let me know. I know it's not for everyone. I love watching designer like luxury hauls and everything. Bunch of stuff I would never buy. I would never pay for because I just don't think it's worth it for me, but I still really enjoy watching them. So let me know if you're like me in that sense, where you wouldn't necessarily buy any of this stuff, but you enjoy watching it. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're almost to 100 days of being sober, which is so crazy. Very excited. I haven't really told anyone, but making moves in silence, you know? So I'll see you guys in my next one, and I hope you have a wonderful day.